Well, the ceiling's starting to dry out now. This is day 2. I've got a spare whisk that I bought from home yesterday. That's all you know, I broke my whisk yesterday. I've just hit this main wall here this morning. I had the electricians in this morning. They've put some sockets on and the switch and the light pendant, and I've just hit these 2 sides here. So I'm going to show you how I do a wall next. So what I'm going to do is hit this wall behind me here. Don't know if you can see it. It's a bit dark over there. So I'm going to give that a skim and I'll show you how I go about doing a wall. Right, let's get some plaster mixed up. Right, I've got all the other walls done, apart from this one with the window. This wall here, I've had to dub it out at the bottom because it is bellying. So I'm going to show you how I hit a wall. I've mixed up the plaster already. I put 12.5 litres of water in with a bag of multi-finish. Usually works out about right, so I stick with that. Right, again, same as the ceiling, right-handed plasters. Start on the left. Bring it out from the corners. What I normally do, where it comes to the ceiling line, I just put it on a lot thicker there, rather than keep hopping up and down. And then what I'll do is, I'll take plaster away from here, and then use it there. So I'm doing that all the time. I just find it's quicker, and it saves you keep hopping up and down all the time. See how the way that fills that? Just a little technique I have. Not everyone does it, but I like to do that. Going up and down on the hop up every 2 seconds is a bit, does your head in a bit really, but so again, just work to an area. I mean, you can reach that from the floor, so you've only got to come down to there. Again, nice and thick at the top. Use that. I always give it a little wiggle like that, and that just goes right into the edge. Just pushes it in. Good thing about doing walls, you don't drop it in your face. It's not rocket science, plastering. A lot of people struggle with it, but you get used to it after a while. I've done my first ever bit of plastering at the age of 10. My dad was a builder, and I asked him if I could do some plastering because he was doing a bit of plastering at home, and he gave me the garage. So he got me to plaster 2 little walls in the garage. And those are the days we used to use browning. So it was a garage that he built. It was just yellow brick with some piers, and I had to just plaster in between the piers on the inside. Apparently that's still there now, that bit of plastering. I must have done something right. I can't even remember if I used, I don't even know if they had multi-finish in them days. I just remember putting it on with browning. It was just more practice in getting the trowel technique really. Long time ago that. I'll use my longer speed skim for this. It flattens it so much better because it's covering a bigger area. Little lump there. You always pick up lumps when you're doing this. What you need to do is hold it here, make sure you don't push it there, because what happens is you can push it and cause a little bend in the speed skim and you're not getting a proper flat when you're doing it. I find them a bit awkward actually, these, the way you hold these, whereas the Raffina ones, I think they're they've got a better grip on them. I might actually get myself one of those. That looks good. Get a nice plumb corner with these. The little bits up there I've missed. That's better. You can cover such a larger area like this. You ain't got to move then. There's your first stage done. Well, I should say second stage. Put the plaster on, then flatten it with a speed skim. Right, just got to give that a little while now. Now I can put the next coat on. Right, next what you want to be doing is going along the edges. Just get off any snots, lumpy bits of plaster, and then just trowel them in. Otherwise you're going to be picking them up on the next coat. You want a nice sharp edge where the ceiling meets the wall, especially for your decorating, and it makes cutting in with your paint so much easier as well. When you've got a nice sharp edge. See, that's just getting rid of them all, that is. I'll soon be ready for the next coat. They've had a couple of PVAs, these walls, but they're still very porous, they are. They're old tired walls. A lovely sharp edge there now. I think it's going to turn out quite nice, this wall. The other one did turn out lovely. They all have, to be fair. And that's how it should be. Not worried about it too much here because it's where it meets the other wall which I haven't plastered yet, so whatever happens I can get a good edge there when I bring the next lot of plaster against it. You can't rush it. If you start trying to put it on when the plaster's quite thick on the first coat, then you're just going to get what they call tiger stripes. It starts to sort of ripple, and yeah, you just got to get it just right. But that's lovely and flat now. Give that a little bit longer and then hit the next coat. Right, we're on to the next stage now. Get the second coat on. So, same procedure as the first. Start in the corner on the left. Just a thin coat goes on this time, literally 1 millimetre thick. I've done all the work on the first coat. Again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just getting it near the top. A little bit thicker, and then I'll just nick it from there. That does the job nicely, that. Right, on to the next stage now, tidying up the second coat. Get your edges all sorted again. See any bits sticking out, just get the edge of your trowel and just put them in like that. Push them in rather. It's a totally different wall this now already. Lovely little sharp edge there. Get this done and then what's time now? 2:30. I've got to go and pick up a new whisk from Screw Fix. I've got my old one with me today, it's not as powerful, but it's done me for today. Some areas are drier than others, but just give that a little longer. What you don't want is bubbles occurring just by troweling too much. See, this area here is quite dry. Right, I'll just give that a little while. Only needs 10 minutes or so and that'll be ready. Finish it off. Right, so on our final bit now. Wetting the plaster a bit and then troweling it off. So get yourself some clean water. Just get the edges done first. This is the bit that gives it its nice finish now. You've got to work your muscles here. It's awkward when you're down at this low area. So the best thing to do is come up Just like that. Bring your line up to about there. And then you can take that watermark out just by coming across like that. Well, I call that pretty much done. And that's the way I plaster a wall. I will just go over it with a plastic trowel, but I won't bore you with that. It just gives it that nice finish for the decorating. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. See you later.